Hello friends, what a pleasure to be back with you again. 9 o'clock on 4th August, and we had some fantastic results in the Olympics today. Ravi Kumar Dhaya, what a fight, really coming back, snatching a victory from jaws of defeat. 39 seconds were left when Ravi Kumar Dhaya did the impossible to win that fight and reach a rare, a chance of winning a gold or a silver for India. Hockey team fought extremely well. What a brave bunch of girls. Oh, मैं इनका fan हो गया. So that happened, and then of course Lovlina fought bravely, very bravely. Again, she was pitted against a better boxer. So कोई बात नहीं. Neeraj Chopra, Suvedar from 4 Rajrif. What a throw! First throw, 86 meters crossed. But today we are on to something different. I'll just invite Brigadier M.P.S Bajwa. Brigadier M.P.S Bajwa, the hero of the Tiger Hill. He'll just join us. We'll have a live session with him. Brigadier M.P.S Bajwa, who fought the Kargil battle. He was a brigade commander. Tiger Hill was captured by him, 192 Brigade. We'll just get him on the live session. This is really a proud moment. I've heard so many stories about him. It's a wonderful opportunity to, see him live. Sir, Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, sir. How are you?
Oh, great to see you, sir. And lovely pagdi you're wearing, sir, green color, and you look much younger than your age, sir.
Oh, that is, of course, don't, after all, I'm aged now. I'm now.
नहीं sir.
23 years old.
आप बहुत young लग रहे हो, sir. You're looking much younger than what I thought.
Die-hard soldier. Never look old.
Great, sir. Great.
It's a very kind of you, Yash Mor, sir. Respectful. I'm really glad that you are just trying to interview me today. It's my pleasure.
Sir. So there are a lot of young people in the country who want to see you and hear you. We are already touching 160. We will soon cross 200, 300, sir. This is a great medium where you live share your thoughts, sir, without any editing and without any retakes.
Okay. We also don't want. You see, the soldiers don't want any. They don't want any editing. They just talk from the heart. And
absolutely.
It is heart to heart. So
yes, sir.
There's no editing required. Here we are very soldiers. We'll tell our story. We'll tell
sir.
And share our experiences with the youth, with the young, with the generation, and with the views you have. And
sir.
It's my pleasure that I'll be talking to your viewers, sir, today. And ask me, should I start my journey or you?
Sir, I will ask you, sir. First, I will introduce you, sir. Okay, friend. We have Brigadier M.P.S Bajwa, commissioned in 1969 in 14 Punjab. 14 Punjab, that is, I am from First Guard, which is a Punjab, origin. So you can say my regiment, Punjab regiment. He commanded 27 Punjab. And he has been in battle throughout. He got commissioned in 69. In 71, he saw action in East Pakistan, now Bangladesh. We will talk of that. After that, he's been in Nagaland, he's been in Kashmir, all over. And then as a brigade commander, given the task to capture Tiger Hill, given the task of clearing the Pakistani intruders, and there are hundreds of stories because he was the man on ground. So we will talk of that. So first of all, tell me about your childhood and your Sainik school days and take us till your SSB. So we'll start with that.
Yash Mor, sir, it's a pleasure talking to you and to your viewers, all the Instagram viewers. Very good evening to you, everyone. I'm Brigadier Bajwa, as he's already told you, a die-hard soldier in front of you today. My journey in army started 60 years back. Why I'm saying 60 years back? I joined Senate School Kapurthala in July 61.
Oh,
60 years back. I'm very fortunate to be a roll number 001 to start Senate schools in India.
oh, great.
School. And thereafter, after finishing of my education, I joined army. In army, I gave my three preferences, not infantry, armored corps or anything else, but gave 40 Punjab, 40 Punjab, 40 Punjab.
Oh,
So I was called for an interview. Well, why 14 Punjab? Everyone gives, and why a particular regiment? Why a particular unit? I said, I've seen my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, and I was visiting as a child from Senate School in 65, 14 Punjab, and for me, army was 14 Punjab. So I joined 14 Punjab. It was given to me because I was, by chance, very high in merit, and
sir.
I was given Punjab. And after joining 14 Punjab in 69, as you said rightly, I was very fortunate within 2 years, at the age of 22 years, sir, at the age of 22 years, yes, 22 years is age, and I was baptized. Why I'm saying I was baptized? I was very fortunate to fight a war, a full-fledged war called 1971 Bangladesh War. Bangladesh War, I was in Bangladesh. My unit, 14 Punjab Nabakal, along with a squadron of tanks of 45 Capt, we went inside 20, the date was 20 November and 21st November. Why I'm mentioning the date was because the war started officially on 3rd of December. It was declared.
Sir. Okay.
Now, why I'm saying, because we missed our battle honors because we went early. But we went inside, we went inside 9 kilometers inside, took defenses. They attacked. 107 Brigade of Pakistan attacked, and Brigadier Hayat was the commander. I had the opportunity to speak to him as a prisoner later.
Oh,
Asked him, how did you, sir? Why didn't you play like this? He said, look here, Bajwa. That time I was a youngster, the captain. He said, I never knew the Indian Army will take such a bold step. They come inside and we destroyed this 14 Chevy tanks. There's a Pipa movie being made on this Battle of Gripo. I'm just mentioning this, 71,
great.
for the views, so that you watch this movie whenever it comes. It's a battle, it's a great battle honors, but officially not given to 14 Punjab, but we fought the battle. And imagine, at the age of 22, 2 years of service, I was baptized. वो गुड़ती मेरे को मिल गई. I tasted the first blood at very young age. Happened to fight a war, which is a very must for every soldier to fight a war, and that to Bangladesh war, where I was privileged to see 93,000 prisoners of war, surrendering them. You know the way they surrendered, and so I think that is a very, very good thing to start with. It should be with the that baptization, the initial sort of thing should be good. Anyway, after Bangladesh war, I was posted in various assignments in Nagaland insurgency, and I've been seeing wars and insurgencies throughout my career. Very lucky, I must say, very fortunate. Ultimately, as a brigadier, I was promoted in 97 and again fortunate to come to J&K, again a very intense insurgency area, very active insurgency area, and I happen to be in North Kashmir, a place called Patan.
Okay, sir.
Commanding 192 Mountain Brigade. I repeat,
192
Mountain Brigade, because this Mountain Brigade, now 192 Mountain Brigade played a very vital role in my
सर ये
life.
बच्चे सब जानते हैं. All of them know 192. सब मेरे को सुबह से लिख रहे हैं जब से हमने ये flyer डाला है कि we'll be talking. So everybody is asking about Commander 192 Brigade.
Yeah, it's 192. 192 Brigade, I was commanding, and I was in insurgency. In 98, 97, 98, we did our job to clear off all the terrorists as today the army is doing. But they warned me once, because in encounters it happens, we killed their commanders, It was Hizbul Mujahideen those days, not Lashkar-e-Tauba, that active.
No.
But whatever it was a chance that they warned me that we'll kill you. So I told them, I said very clearly, you kill me or I kill you. It's a matter of in the hands of, that Almighty. It's let's see who kills whom. Well, they tried. They in '98, 14th of August. It is their Independence Day. If you
yes, sir.
On 14th August, they targeted me and they blew me off with the RDX. Luckily,
Okay, sir.
3 seconds I survived, but I was evacuated by helicopter and Srinagar MH, and the report was given that commander has lost his left eye. Well,
Okay.
I'm you today, sir, with my both eyes open. And
Great. No, you're a fighter, sir. You're a fighter.
But I carried on. The Pakistan TV kept on declaring and mentioning that Brigadier Bajwa is no more. They mentioned so much. 3 days. They mentioned that the person who targeted me was allowed, permitted, 50 lakhs given to him.
Okay.
Heard that I learned that I got a prize money. Anyway, this is a matter of in the operations. Went to so-and-so, went over to other hospitals, AIMS, I've got 30 stitches here, 20 here, 15 here, all over stitched, came back. Doctors wanted me to be down categorized and send me to peace area. I said, no question. If I can walk, I can talk, I should be permitted to, I'll go back and do my rest of the job, which I think so was left. So I came back, did my job, and it was by chance. I won't go to those stories and all. Let me talk about Kargil War first. Suffice to say that I survived with 40 stitches.
My God.
I got in Kargil, but 40 stitches all around in my body. I volunteered, and I was very fortunate that I think so. The God was the God wanted me to capture Tiger Hill.
Exactly. We will come to Tiger Hill, sir. We will come to Battle of Tiger Hill, and we'll talk of Captain Karnal Sher of 12 NNI. We'll talk to you how you, took care of the Pakistani prisoners, how you gave a befitting, departure to the Pakistani soldiers killed. So we'll come to that. Now tell us, sir, when 99 the कारगिल का शुरू हुआ मई के महीने में कि कुछ लोग हैं यहाँ पे, आपको कब पता चला एंड हाउ डिड आपकी उस जर्नी के बारे में थोड़ा बताओ टिल आप जब तक द्रास नहीं पहुंचे, क्योंकि आपकी ब्रिगेड तो नॉर्थ कश्मीर में थी, आप तो थे नहीं कारगिल में.
8 was deployed in North Kashmir and 56 Brigade, my brigade, 192 Brigade and 70 Brigade on loan from 3 Day was with us.
Sir.
And RR, of course, we couldn't touch them. Though the reports came early in, I think so, in early May. On 3rd of May, in fact, the whole first sort of a report came. Okay, there were some people in black dress and all were cited. To go into the intelligence failure, but what I want to say is this, that thereafter the war started and the people started trickling in. Our division, 56 Brigade were asked to come in, because they were the nearest. They were next to, they were Ganderbal, at area of Baltal, you can say, next to the nearest brigade. So 56 Brigade, commanded by Brigadier Devinder, subsequently who went to Batalik, was 3 Day Brigade. He had come, Brigade Quarter had come to us because of insurgency, just to control, because there was nothing much going on in Kargil side or on the dark side. So he went back. So these 2 brigades subsequently, the chief didn't want that we should be all inducted in piecemeal or the formation headquarters. So units got inducted. I had units, 13 Jackrif with Jan Joshi. Now at that time, of course, my option.
Lieutenant Colonel.
That time, my BM, and he had taken the advance party. Can you imagine? As a 2S, he had taken the advance party to.
I know he was in He was in this place, Shahjahanabad.
Kargil. And we had to call him back. And the second officer, I just want to make a mention about Vikram Batra. Everyone
Vikram.
call him Sher Shah or Vikram Batra. And one of the finest officers we have in the army and one of the bravest officers. So he was there, and I happened to, he just had about 14 days service. And in ambush, there are two terrorists killed and one escaped. Spot as a commander. I said, who was the officer in charge? So the officer in CO brought him. He said, sir, he's Lieutenant Batra. I said, son, don't worry. But henceforth, don't miss anyone. The matter ended. We never knew that after 3 days, they are going to be called for Kargil. And Vikram Batra came once I was seeing of the unit, 13 Jackrif. He came, he saluted me very smartly and said, sir, I had missed one terrorist, but now I'm going for war. I assure you, I won't miss any enemy. And
Great, very great.
Never missed any enemy. When I arrived in Kargil, when my turn came on 26th of June, when Toloding was taken and cleared off in a month plus, from almost 15th of May to the tune of 2nd of July.
Yes, sir.
29th of June, I saw the attack without two Rajrif going on. I happened to go there on 26th because I kept on requesting my GOC, Major Puri, that time. I said, sir, please call me back. I don't want, because I was in an insurgency, I was given the complete area of North Kashmir, from Srinagar right to Baramulla. It was some units were coming, somebody was coming, somebody was coming with different requests. Anyway, I wanted to be with my units. I wanted to be in the war, to be precise. So 26th, I think that D-Day came, and I was called. And when I reached the divided quarters, Mogulpura, just outside of Zuzila, I was told, look here, Baj. I was called Baj there. And Bajwa, always you use. He said, Baj, you have to take Tiger Hill. I said, no problem, sir. He just gave a great, he's like, everything, every problem you say, moment I say, he said, no problem, sir. I said, why should I pose a problem? You must have given a constitution to this. I come with it as a solution, not a problem. He said, okay, Tiger Hill, good enough. You have a look and let me know your plan, because the chief will be coming in. Just be seeing what your plan is. So I went back. I went to, on 26th night, I spent at Dras with 56th Brigade.
Sir.
7th morning, more sir, when I got up, early morning, I got out of the bunker, I had a look at the Tiger Hill. Very majestic feature. I moved my views of Instagram. Why Tiger Hill? Why is it called Tiger Hill? Well, otherwise, all points are 487.
Yeah, all the points, yeah, 4870, 5140.
So, why? Because, first of all, in our maps, it is not mentioned anywhere. It's any points only. And its shape of the feature itself is like a tiger.
Like a tiger.
Because of the northern lights, it's a total cliff. And on the western, southwestern side is a ridge line, which adjoining feature were 4875. There were three features, in fact, Kargil. I don't want to go into the terrain part and other things.
Because they will not this thing, sir. Sir.
Suffice to say, in Dras, there were three features. Toloding was cleared, Tiger Hill and 4875 was left.
Yes, sir.
Major. So I was given the task of Tiger Hill. When I looked at Tiger Hill, most of I just can only frankly tell you the lines which I looked at the Amarnath, those hillocks, I could see Amarnath, etc.
Oh.
And the lines which came to my mind of Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji, that Seva bar mohe ihe, shubh karma kuhu na taro, na taro, aso jab jaye laro, निश्चय कर अपनी जीत करो.
Excellent, sir.
This is,
Excellent. This is one Shabad which can fire up
yes,
anyone, sir.
yeah. It's a Sikh regiment's motto also now.
Yes, absolutely.
Jeet karu is there. Now, Nischay ka apni jeet ru is applicable to all those views. I'm talking to
Everyone. Hmm.
anything you want to do till you want to have resolve. कि निश्चय नहीं करोगे तो जीत कैसे करोगे? निश्चय
और ये
करना
जिंदगी के हर आयाम में है सर। ये मैक्सिमम ये लोग अफसर बनना चाहते हैं जो आपको सुन रहे हैं, डिफेंस एस्पायरेंट्स हैं। ये बात आपकी सुनेंगे तो ये भी चार्ज अप होंगे कि निश्चय करना है पहले तो।
निश्चय करना पहले। You make a resolve. I want to attain this. Then only you will attain that.
So,
anyway, and all of a sudden when I came out of the bunker, I saw Vikram Batra standing there.
अच्छा।
Vikram Batra was my officer, so he just learned from someone, and he had taken 5140, and he had said, "Dil mange more."
He had only become famous because of that interview with Barkha Dutt. They were all sitting in the tent and all.
Media, I'll come to media again. So he had Dil mange more already. So 5140, and he had grown up his beard and all. He came to me. He said, "Sir, I promise you that I won't leave enemy." And now I have captured 5140. With that gun, he showed me that photograph of this and that. And sir, I'm told that, understand you are going to go for capture of Tiger Hill. I want to go with you.
Okay.
Vikram, very nice. So there was a youngster, another with him, with Vikram, who was accompanying him. He said, "Sir, don't call him Vikram. He's Sher Shah now."
Oh,
He's
I
Sher
know
Shah.
उसकी मूवी रिलीज हो रही है एक हफ्ते के बाद। हाँ सर।
Sher Shah. He's Sher Shah. His code word Sher Shah. And he had grown his beard and all, everything. I say, "You look very mature and very smart, Vikram, Sher Shah." And I assure you that 13 Jackrif, I'll get him back because it was my unit. And I assure you that I'll put you, whatever my plan is. And you know my plans are very bold. He gave a grin. He says, "Sir, whatever bold plans. I have taken 5-0. I'll take Tiger Hill." So
very good.
That the matter ended. I went for a reconnaissance after that. After reconnaissance, Yash Mor, it's a very true incident.
Sir.
I was, after reconnaissance, I was resting in one of the old bunker. And there was artillery OP who was watching me, an enemy's party. And he was backing. The first shell I found of 130 of that medium gun banding, about 500 yards away. So I thought probably just shelling. So I said, "Okay, no one." Second shell landed at 150. I said, "Somebody backing me."
That is how artillery fires.
Somebody targeted me. Third shell landed just 5 yards away from me.
Oh my God.
I was buried in that bunker. You won't believe, sir. And the views that I was buried in that bunker, I was saved by those 3 sandbags. Probably the God wanted me third time that you be alive. You have to capture Tiger.
This is amazing, sir, that you came so close to being wounded or under such direct firing of artillery.
Yeah. So, and their firing was coming. So there was actually 5 feet gada. I was buried. 2 Rajrif people dug me out. My pagdi went off. My maps and everything were totally torn. Even my uniform was surprising. There was no shell injury. It was a blunt injury. Those 48 stitches I have on my body, which I'm proud of. 40 I had earlier, but 8 I got. 27. I was taken to doctor. Clinically, he found that he's dead. So, Mosa, I'm sitting in front of you, twice declared dead. Earlier in Sopo, in that RDS attack, and now again. God is great. So I went up, I took a resolve again. That night, whole night I was awake. I said, I will capture Tiger Hill. Anyway, the plan was presented to the chief and the TOC. There were certain changes in the plans. Changes of plan. Why?
वो होता है सर, नेचुरल बेस्ड ऑन देयर परसेप्शन.
Based on their sort of a, I was given ultimately 8 Sikh given under my command and 18 grenadiers. Mind you, sir, 8 Sikh was already had come in on 15th of May. They were deployed all around. They were used. They had lost their one officer, Lieutenant Bhattacharya, whose body later we recovered from the snow at Tiger Hill, and 25 other ranks. They were down. They were deployed all around Tiger Hill in a firm base. We call it firm base in army.
Yes, sir.
Firm base. So it was, they were not to be touched because twice they had attempted Tiger Hill on the western southwestern stage line. Somehow it failed. Why it failed will come later.
Sir.
Second battalion was 18 Grenadiers. 18 Grenadiers had fought Tolling battle. Tolling battle was a very major battle, which
Very major.
56th Brigade almost went on for 1 month almost.
I know, without Tololing, we couldn't have advanced ahead at all, sir. Tololing was the most important.
Tolling was the most difficult. I must give credit to now General All, that time Brigadier All, my colleague, and he took all the things and everything was over. That 29th was the last attack when I was sitting there, or 2 Rajif going on for the Pimples attack. And there were so many battalions used. I don't want to go into details in Tolling. Well, that time I realized, I came back, and next morning, of course, I was given a reconnaissance for the Hapter. Hapter is helicopter.
Sir. Helicopter.
We use certain.
That is the only way to recce in those areas, sir. पैदल जाओगे तो कई दिन लग जाएंगे.
Now the problem was, I said, okay, why only frontal? Be very, very particular, because we had lost, by that time we had lost 2 armed Hapters and 2 aircrafts in Safed Sagar, that operation of
Air Force.
Now the problem was, okay, I said, I made up my mind. I said, no, I don't want any reconnaissance. Anyway, I went up and came down. My plan was very bold and difficult. Well, overall, now the plan with 4 platoons, I was to use 13 Jackraff to attack. Besides the issue, the plans are there. It gets changed. Priority of the chief went on, let's go concentrate on 4875, and we will do it.
I know, कई दिन के लिए, sir, I'll just interject, कई दिन के लिए the whole country was, यही खबर होती थी, जी पे और ये बरखा के चैनल पे, सब पे, कि टाइगर हिल कब कैप्चर होगा, टाइगर हिल पे अटैक कब होगा, टाइगर हिल पे अटैक कब होगा. तो सारा देश फैसिनेटेड था टाइगर हिल के लिए.
Tiger Hill के लिए, because that was so I didn't want to let my countrymen down. So I was given ultimately I got 8 Sikh. You try whatever 18 Sikh can do, 18 Grenadiers can do, and 8 Sikh can have bullets on a halt from down below. Give a semblance of, so that we'll tackle it later. This was the actual thing.
Sir,
I said, I had taken a resolve. I made a plan. I went. UC came back and said, "Okay, Baj, don't worry." I said, "No, sir, I'm not. Don't worry. I'll do whatever you feel like." So this was not in a plan, more sir, that I was to use 8 Sikh. It was not in the plan. I was to use 8 Sikh only from down below. What I did was, 8 Sikh was there, morale was little down with losing 25. 18 Grenadiers were having a rest in Gumri area with 60 casualties already in total.
I know, including the twice.
I called, initially I called 18 Grenadiers CO. I said, Kushal Thakur, now is as a brigadier YS and got, and he is there as retired as a brigadier.
Yeah, I am in touch with him, sir.
Okay.
Himachal mein hai.
I said, Kushal Thakur, we have to take Tiger. It's not because we have been given a task. You give me a 35 people of your Ghatak platoon. Give me your youngest officer. Don't worry, you are support. But I think so. This is a time to revive 18 Grenadiers. That's Zealand, that sort of a thing.
So that is when I think Lieutenant Balwan and his.
Yeah.
You're coming to Tony. I'll just tell the viewers, Lieutenant Balwan got a Mahavir Chakra as a young officer, as a lieutenant. Kitty service ki sir Balwan ki? Must be 6 months.
No,
Service?
only about 3 months, 2 months or 3 months.
Oh, you're just
He
so
was
3 months service.
yeah.
He
I said, officer, sir, he's a Ghatak platoon commander. I said, Balwan, बेटा आपने ऊपर जाना है, छत पे चढ़ना है, सीधी बात है. Because he was Jat, as a language is छत पे चढ़ना हमने.
He has just become a brigadier, sir. Balwan has just become a brigadier. I saw him as a CO also. Sir. मैं मतलब.
Now he was in Jaisalmer as a colonel. He must have become brigadier. Very nice. I spoke to him. I speak to everyone on this day when the day comes, even after 20 years. No, I told Balwan, I said, give me a. So Balwan came. Balwan ke saath Yogendra Yadav, who got Paramveer Chakra later, other who did very well, who got VRC. All these teams, 35 people, I said, you have to go on, give me that foothold on the top. I want to start from top because this is a sheer cliff. We have to do impossible, we have to do possible. Because, more sir, I want to tell you and want to tell all the viewers, but the army, Indian army, don't do different things. They do the things differently. So we do
when it comes to operations, then we are unconventional, we are unpredictable, we are very bold, very aggressive.
Very aggressive, which enemy is taken back. Any expected the Tiger Hill top will be. They were all expecting us from the wherever the ridge line and the southern, southwestern ridge line. I won't go into the maps and all for the views. Suffice to say, what I did was on the cliff, they had to, it was very difficult for infantry, even the Ghatak platoon or commando platoon to command. So I got high altitude horses who is next to us, Zila Pass.
I know, sir.
I'm just saying, for the views, I'm just
yes.
that it is a very next to them. I got a team of 1 JSU and 4 NCOs, JSUs, 1 JSU and 4. And with the Rasal, you will, to the views I want to tell, please just see one movie called Lakshya. Lakshya movie is totally made on Tiger Hill operation.
Yes.
I was consulted for that movie, and I was asked how Hrithik Roshan, how he climbs and all. Exactly, Balwan climbed the way Hrithik Roshan climbed.
Very good.
Exactly is a replica. Of course, they asked me, what else do you want? I said, no, Amitabh Bachchan is doing Colonel's role. I just want that he should be putting on Punjab Regiment's tree. So he's putting on Punjab Regiment's dress, if you see that movie. I didn't want anything else. I said,
okay. Regimental spirit is always there, so you want your regiment somewhere or the other. Sir.
Anyway, the Ghatak platoon was there, so nobody expected, but unexpected things. In the meantime, what I did, 8 Sikh, I called them, the Subhada Major and their Granthis and Afghani ji and twice. CO wasn't feeling well, so I didn't want to call him back from the home. They are in the home base, and their headquarters was little on top. I said, Subhada Major, because since I could speak their language and I know deal and how to lead those, and they were totally in morale was they were there twice. One officer was still buried there in Tiger Hill Heights, but he recovered his body later. But rest of them, 25 people, they had sacrificed. I said, don't worry. I don't want anything from you, no attack. Just give me 50 people. And like a normal rustic as a villager, not asking for platoon or company plus or minus 50 people. So he said, just keep them ready. I don't want them before 3-4 days. And moment, if I am able to capture Tiger Hill top, if I repeat, if I am able to capture Tiger Hill top, I get a foothold on Tiger Hill top, I will issue a code word Baj, and these 50% comprising of 2 officers, 4 JSUs, and 46 other ranks.
Okay.
2 officers. One is now Major General in Northern Command, Major Parmar at that time. He had just come back after college. Second he was again a Ghatak Platoon commander, Lieutenant Sharawat.
Oh, who got a Veer Chakra? Ha, sir.
Yeah, and 4 JSU, very selected JSU, and 46 other ranks. Or again, bluntly, okay, you want to retrieve the name of the nation and the Paltan and the victory of the Tiger Hill? Yes, sir. I said, I asked them Punjabi in Punjabi. I'll just talk in Punjabi. Close.
नहीं पंजाबी तो हिंदी में ही बोलो सर, बिकॉज उससे ज्यादा मजा आता है सुनने में लड़ाई की बात.
I asked Subedar Major, मैं Subedar Major साहब, उसी सारे you have fought the war, certain reasons, somehow you have lost, one officer is there, you have lost 25, आपने 25 जवान गवा चुके हो. ये एक मौका है जो कि देश की इज्जत वापस लाने का. ये एक मौका है आपके पास कि आप सारे बोले सोन हाल यहाँ से बुलाना चाहते हो, ऊपर से बुलाना चाहते हो.
वेरी गुड.
मैंने देखा सुबेदार मेजर की आंखों में चमक देखी. मोर साहब जो चमक आती है ना, वो किसी के सबऑर्डिनेट में जब बात करते हो कि करोगे आप काम, आप पहचान जाते हो कि ये करेगा.
वो 1 सेकंड में पता लग जाता है कि करने वाला है या नहीं करने वाला.
ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਪਰੋਂ ਜਕਾਰੇ ਕੇ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ. बोले सोन हाल will be on top of Tiger Hill. He said, sure. Okay. I asked CEO, give me those people, 50 people, keep them ready. I might be able to retrieve your complete thing and get Tiger Hill for you. God willing, it's God's will. I don't want to go into the artillery plan and all.
वो आप बस सिर्फ बताएं कि how did you, what was the feeling when you know, when Balwan Singh captured the top and उसके बाद?
I tell you, Morsa, I just want to tell you one thing. We in army, religion is nothing for us. हमारे लिए जो धर्म है ना, वो कुछ नहीं. Because मैंने अरदास भी की, हवन भी किया, मैंने शिव को भी पूजा, मैंने गुरु गोविंद सिंह की इनायत में जाई. हमारे लिए कुछ नहीं है. हमारा धर्म जो है, हमारे ट्रुप्स का धर्म जो है, that is the religion.
Exactly. Our religion, we have no religion. We adopt the religion of the troops we command. That is the ethos of the Indian Army.
That's the ethos of the army. We have one barrack. I don't think so in a country you will ever come across. I want you to overcome those things of religion, which has been imbibed us. Okay. Now, when it was to go, it was preceded by artillery fire, and you know those so far Bofors
guns.
Bofors guns, and luckily the artillery commander, the CRT, was my schoolmate, Brigadier Lukhwinder. I asked him, I said, just fire it. 35 minutes, I want to punish this Tiger Hill before I put the 18 grades on top. So I had put them in the stage. After Tiger Hill was located at the height of 16,500. It's quite a height from the road head. So I had put them on first. They went up to this height. Second, they went to the other folds. And the third HR was 8 o'clock in the 8 p.m. And they were to attack Balwan and party, and followed by the Delta company of 18 radius. And thereafter other companies were deployed all over this thing. And 8 was only kept ready on code word once we kept on top. But luckily, he just did me a favor. I think so. I must appreciate Balwan's act of getting me a foothold on top on 4th July at 4 a.m. in the morning. When I got this information, I asked GOC, I told him, I shared with him, naturally he was my commander, had to. So he had gone, let me see what is the progress, let me tell me in the morning. He never knew, nobody knew my 8-6 plan. It was a secret. Also. I said, okay, let me see in case why I tried. He said, what does she attack? But let me see it one button. Why can't I capture Tiger Hill if you have I've taken it all? Now, moment he got a foothold, I told him, I said, sir, I've got a foothold on Tiger Hill. We captured the top, and the enemy was away. Now the fight is on. But please don't share with anyone. But in excitement, Yash Mor, it happens that
I know.
you get information which you don't expect. The Tiger Hill has been captured. On top, captured, which was most difficult task, which was as a perceived as a most difficult task. वो कैप्चर हो गया. जब वो कैप्चर हो गया तो समझो कि वो ठीक हो गया. And the information went through and through to co-commander, army commander.
Oh, it was all over, sir. It just.
Ultimately went to Brajesh Mishra and went to the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who announced in a public meeting in Haryana at 9 o'clock of July that हमारे जवानों ने टाइगर हिल पे कब्जा कर लिया.
Yes.
But a great thing. This came as a shock to Nawaz Sharif. Nawaz Sharif asked Musharraf, what have you done? You are saying Tiger is with us? He said, no, sir. I will assure you, by evening, Tiger Hill will be with you. Now, this was a code word which went for 8-6. And they went and captured those two posts called, named as India Gate, not of Delhi.
In fact, इंडिया गेट से सर मैं बता दूं अपने दर्शकों को कि इंडिया गेट एक पोस्ट का नाम है. और इंडिया गेट पे कमाल की बात है, जो पिक्चर है कैप्टन करनाल शेर की, ये एक बड़ी मतलब विडंबना है कि ही वाज लाइंग डेड एट इंडिया गेट, वेयर हिज बॉडी व्हेन यू रिकॉग्नाइज ट्रैक सूट में था शायद वो, है ना सर? और उसकी स्टोरी बताओ सर, करनाल शेर की. एवरीबॉडी वांट्स टू नो.
जब वो उनके ऊपर काउंटर अटैक में, आई न्यू दैट काउंटर अटैक इज गोइंग टू कम फ्रॉम दिस साइड. 8 को मैंने कर दिया. दे कैप्चर्ड दोस टू पोस्ट. Anyway, they were being fired upon those also. The counterattack came. Counterattack came with quite a force. To my mind, it was almost 50 to 60 people. Because they wanted by that time a Tiger Hill लेना ही लेना है हमने वापस. उसको लीड कर रहा था एक ट्रैक सूट में. To the viewers, I want to again remind them everyone else was kurta pajama, white, black kurta pajama. तो वो कर रहा था एक ट्रैक सूट में लीड कर रहा था. और एक बाद में पता चला कि अफसर और था जो कि उसका नाम मेजर इकबाल था. एक कैप्टन मेजर इकबाल जो एसएसजी का था, जैसे हमारे कमांडो पैरा कमांडो,
स्पेशल सर्विसेज ग्रुप like
and I was all the time, I was in touch directly with the officers and those who are Parmar and who's now General Parmar, Major Parmar, and they had sent them to that area of Helmet. So these two posts. Ultimately, on the third attack, first we beat them. This tracksuit wala young man again will collect them, motivate them, bring them for the second time. Can you imagine, sir? He killed. I lost 2 JSUs on the Helmet area and 8 Jawans, and he pushed Sheravut back to India Gate. Now, battle was in India Gate, hand-to-hand battle, and who was leading was that tracksuit wala young man. I was surprised. I think in 71, I have never seen any young and Pakistani officer leading. But it seems to be that he's an officer because he can't be otherwise.
Otherwise, कोई question नहीं lead करने का sir.
So ultimately, chalo, the things were there. I told Spice Ball, told Subhash Nirmal, he got sniper shots later. He also got. We lost 3 JSUs out of 4. 2 officers were totally, they were lying wounded. We had lost 39 casualties we had out of 50. What the heck? And it was like almost like a battle of Saragadi, hand-to-hand fight.
Yes, it was.
Just urge that, he says, sir, usko goli lagi hui hai idhar. Goli 2 posts ke baavjood bhi Satpal got up and he shot him. Hand-to-hand battle. He killed 2 and shot this tracksuit. The tracksuit, the young man in tracksuit, died. The moment he died, everyone ran away. Anyway, on that side, the battle was on Tiger Hill top. That was with us, with the 18 radius, and we flew the Tiranga next morning.
Sir.
But when bodies were coming down, I was all the time, it was playing in my mind, who was that person in the tracksuit? I must get his body down.
Hmm.
Just it is sometimes, comes to your mind. And ultimately, I got his body down with the civilian motors, not our Jawans.
तो थोड़ा अपना कैमरा सा फेस इज गेटिंग हिडन, थोड़ा सा कैमरे को, हाँ, या जस्ट कम अप, हाँ, यस नाउ इज बेटर।
Okay, sir.
हाँ, नाउ इज बेटर, परफेक्ट।
More better.
हाँ, नहीं अभी बिल्कुल ठीक है।
ठीक है.
हाँ सर, हाँ सर।
Now I said, look here, why this officer has to be this young man? I want to get his body down. I sent the civil porters, paid out of my pocket, and I got his body down with respect. I said, don't pull his body, don't drag his body. ऐसे नहीं drag करके लानी, respect के साथ लानी. As long as he was fighting, he was enemy.
हाँ, exactly.
Now he's a soldier. I got his body down, searched his pockets. Surprisingly, I learned that he is Captain Karnal Sher Khan. I was surprised, how can a captain be colonel? His father has, later on, his father said that I kept my son's name as Colonel Sher Khan, as to become a colonel, like we have Jarnail Singh, Karnail
सर
Singh.
पहले पंजाब में अपना पंजाब या वहाँ कप्तान सिंह, मेजर सिंह, करनैल सिंह, ये नाम बड़े कॉमन।
Karnail Singh, Jarnail Singh, then he'll become colonel. So he said, I kept his name. Anyway, Captain Colonel Sher Khan. So I said, I requested you, I said, sir, I want that this body should be returned from Delhi with respect to Pakistan. For two reasons. First of all, Pakistan is maintaining all the time only the Mujahideens and the militants are fighting black dress. It's a proof. He was from 12 NLI.
He was from 12
Light Infantry. Northern Light Infantry, which is earlier Karakoram Scouts, like we have Ladakh Scouts.
Exactly like a Ladakh Scout.
Gilgit. So I said, he will prove it. So the body, moment he permitted me this, it suddenly came to my mind. I took out a paper and a pen and scribbled on a paper that Captain Karnal Sher Khan or Colonel Sher Khan has fought of 12 NLI, Northern Light Infantry, has fought very bravely, and he must be given his due recognition. Only 4 lines. I inserted in his pocket. Never knew that time.
And that letter,
ultimately after 5 days, body was accepted by Pakistan.
एक सेकंड सर, बॉडी वाज देन फ्लोन टू दिल्ली एंड इन दिल्ली में ये पाकिस्तान एम्बेसी को दी बॉडी से उसकी।
हाँ, उन्होंने 5 दिन नहीं किया, उन्होंने 5 दिन एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया। 5 दिन एक्सेप्ट करने के बाद उन्होंने बोला 6 दिन उन्होंने बोला कि ठीक है, एक्सेप्ट कर ली। इट वेंट टू कराची से वो फिर किसी ने वो चिट निकाली जो मैंने साइटेशन लिखी थी, लिखा था ब्रिगेडियर बाजवा,
तो उसको ही गॉट निशाने हैदर।
Then ultimately I was very glad during Kargil War only I learned that he's been given Nishane Haidar, the highest award of Pakistan.
Nishane Haidar, yes, highest award of Pakistan.
Nishane Haidar. So I think so. I'll Yash Mor, only sum up my Tiger Hill operations before I come to the other operation, very interesting operation. That in this particular Tiger Hill operation, by one commander, is happened first time in the history of warfare. कि एक ही कमांडर के द्वारा 2 रिकमेंडेशंस गई। एक अपने योगेंद्र यादव के लिए जिसको परमवीर चक्र मिला 18 ग्रेड, एक निशाने हैदर मिला कर्नल शेर खान को।
दिस इज यूनिक सर।
दुश्मन को एक दुश्मन को भी वही एक रिकमेंडेशन एक ही कमांडर के हाथ से गई, वो एक बहुत अचीव चीज है।
दिस इज यूनिक। ये तो मेरे ख्याल इंडिया पाकिस्तान या किसी भी दुनिया की वॉरफेयर हिस्ट्री में ये शायद ना हुआ है ना होगा
कि वो तो सी है। बट आई दैट टाइम ऑफ कोर्स, बट व्हाट आई वांट टू टेल माय व्यूज इज कि वी हैव टू रिस्पेक्ट इवन एज सोल्जर एनिमी इफ ही इज अ ब्रेव, इफ ही इज ब्रेव one must respect the enemy.
Yes.
Second thing was, then was, Musharraf was asked, Nawaz Sharif was asked by Bill Clinton to clear off, and police took back. I was asked, again we had the 1924 occupying Tunis Park, 2 kilometers short, this side of Karachi.
Sir.
And this is a very, very interesting incident. But I was given the task On
Sir.
25th morning, 24th and 25th July, I captured Zulu Park. I won't go into details with the 9th Para Commando, 2 teams, and I 3 Gurkhas. I captured that. And we were to launch the second attack. When the first attack just took place in the 25th morning, we had one prisoner of war, Mohammad Ashraf from 19.
हाँ सर, मैं वही पूछना चाहता था, ये जो प्रिजनर्स ऑफ वॉर थे, इनको मतलब कितने, काफी लोग थे, आई थिंक 7-8 हमने पकड़े थे, मतलब जिंदा
नहीं
पकड़े
पकड़े
थे।
तो नहीं, देखो जो अलाइव पकड़ा था वो यही था मोहम्मद अशरफ।
अच्छा, जिसकी पिक्चर है आपके साथ, आप बात कर रहे हो उससे?
या मोहम्मद अशरफ जिसकी
मोहम्मद
पिक्चर
अशरफ,
मैं बात कर रहा हूँ। तो I asked Gurkhali, they were speaking in Gurkhali, you know, troops were speaking in Gurkhali. So he was blindfolded. He had the leg was wounded. So I asked him to bring that, you know, ADS. We got an advanced dressing station in brigade headquarters. So I said, just fly him over, and I would like to speak to him. So everyone said, so why do you want to speak to a prisoner as a brigade commander? So I put on my dress and all. We normally don't put on dress and all when we fight war. So I put on my goggles and put on my something. I went and asked him, remove karo blindfolds. So remove kar diya, iske haath kholo. So he looked at my face, Mohammad Ashraf, a very young soldier of 1924, and he looked at my face. So I just asked him in Punjabi, just Punjabi. I said, Kaka ki haal hai Mohammad Ashraf? Because since I knew his name from the document. He looked at my face and started crying. मेरे को बड़ा अजीब लगा कि रो को रहा तू बेटा, तेरे को ठीक करके तेरे वतन में वापस भेज देंगे। इसे सर मैं वतन में वापस नहीं जाना चाहता। ऐसे क्यों? इसे मेरे को मार देंगे, क्योंकि जब मैं आया मेरे को ये बताया गया कि इंडियन आर्मी जो है आपको बहुत टॉर्चर करेगी, पानी देगी तो पॉइजन होगा, और कुछ भी आप नहीं खाना, कुछ मगर दे विल टॉर्चर यू। मैं कहा बेटा देखो वो टॉर्चर आपके आदमी करते, हम नहीं करते, हम आपको ठीक करेंगे। एनीवे ही वाज देन रिपेट्रिएटेड, ही वाज इवैक्यूएटेड।
उसको भी वाया दिल्ली किया था सर? ही वाज आल्सो रिपेट्रिएटेड वाया दिल्ली? या
वाया दिल्ली, bedded properly, he was treated. When he became okay, he was repatriated via Delhi. The second incident was more important and very interesting, that I got a message from my CEO of 33GR, Colonel Rajbir. That's the enemy commander wants to talk to you. So very fine. Put him through, because I was quite, you know, in 1971 I have been talking to.
Yeah, you had the Pakistani.
I was fighting 6 Punjab and 12 Punjab of Pakistan. So we used to speak in Punjabi, and of course we used to abuse each other. That is a different issue. But here it was it was a different thing. So I said, okay, put him through. He said, so Colonel Mustafa, this side of CEO, commanding officer of 19 Frontier Force. I said, yes, Mustafa, what can I do for you? He said, sir, I'm the commanding officer of 19 Frontier Force. And mind you, sir, this unit was once commanded by Field Marshal Manik Shah. Before partition, yes.
Yes.
I said, very good, very nice. He says, first of all, I want to congratulate you. Just see, enemies congratulate me. Your boys have fought very well. I have 13 bodies of mine that are lying there. And I just have one request, sir, humble request. I said, go ahead, tell me. He said, I want my bodies back. I said, why? Let the war finish. You have to yet to launch another attack. He said, you don't have to launch another tank. I'll go back. I said, oh, come on, Mustafa. These things are decided in MO in Delhi. How can you take your word that you go back and return your bodies and all these things? He simply, one thing stunned me, Yash Mor. I just want to tell the views also. At times you have to take a decision as a commander.
Exactly.
He told me simply, he said, sir, I'm Pathan. I'll go back. Now Pathans are very famous.
Known for their keeping their word.
I said, I also instantly told him, I said, okay, if you're Pathan, I'm also Sardar. I'll return your bodies tomorrow. It's a word. It's a right, sir. I said, but provided The condition is you will take your bodies with respect. We'll wrap them in your national flag, put them on stretchers. Don't put them in gunny bags and all, and don't drag the
Mhm.
bodies. After all, they're soldiers now.
Yes,
We killed
yes.
them. He was enemy. They were enemy. But now they're
Mhm.
soldiers. They must be given their due respect. So the bodies, it is given on the. What you type on the Googles, the
No,
bodies burned during.
I've seen
Yeah,
that.
the
I've
clip
seen that.
will come there.
Even the world media was flown
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
onto the top, and we
No.
saw that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah. It
then
was.
Joshi
It
was
is.
Lieutenant Colonel there. He was
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the.
yeah, yeah.
I've seen that.
Actually, the thing was that it was mercifully recorded by one of the 9 para. We didn't have infantry people. We don't have cameras in all those days. The cameras, but it was recorded by them. It went to the UNO. I was admonished. In fact, the next day, why did you return those bodies and all? Anyway, it happens in life. I said, sir, I've taken my decision. I take my
Exactly.
decision. There in war, we have to take a decision, and I've taken my decision. Well, rightly, sir, we both kept our word. He went back, and I kept my word to return his bodies, which is
Great.
there in the clip. And that is how on 25th this war ended, and 26th we celebrate our Vijay દિવસ Day.
Kargil.
That
So
is the
wonderful,
reason.
sir. Wonderful to go through this. Read about it. Seen reports about this battle. But to hear from you, ये बड़ी rare चीज है कि we have Brigadier Bajwa, Commander 192 Brigade, narrating the entire battle of Tiger Hill, and about Captain Karnal Sher or Colonel Sher, whatever you want to call him, and his getting a Nishane Heather. Here, Grenadier Yogendra Yadav getting a Paramveer Chakra in the same battle. One of the rarest of rare events in history of warfare. In fact, so thank
And
you very much, sir.
Jarmo,
Sir.
sir, I just want to mention one thing.
So,
This war, Kargil War, was different in 3 ways. 3 ways, what I want to say, just tell my views.
sir.
See, this was the only war fought in a very limited sector called Kargil. Secondly, it was brought to the drawing rooms of everyone because of media.
Yeah, good.
And third thing was most important that each body, they sacrificed their life, all those martyrs, they were sent back to their homes, wrapped in a langa.
Absolutely. Everyone was sent back
Yeah,
home with great honor, sir.
yeah, that's right. The only thing is that I want to mention about the media. When the firing was going on, we found that the reports came that it is coming on TV. So we searched, found 3, 4 reporters of Hindustan Times. 2 were wounded very badly. And one, of course, was a very famous figure called Barkhadat. And we told them, I said, you be there in the bunkers. We had to dump them in the bunkers because media reporting is okay, but should not be, our attack should not be doubles, our plans. It should be later on. Media reporting is very positive. Well, I just want to mention one last thing. 2 things to my viewers. One is, as I mentioned earlier, the Indian Army, we do not different things, we do things differently. Second thing was that everyone says there's a saying that nothing succeeds like success. But I say success comes to those who dare and act. It seldom
Great.
goes, it seldom goes to the timid.
Absolutely.
This was a school motto also. So one has to dare. One has to dare and act. And I
This
salute those 26. I think so. It was a battle of young officers. Young officers like Vikram Batra, young officers like Manoj
Anuj
Pandey,
Nayyar,
young,
Anuj
young
Nayyar,
officers like Anuj Nair,
Vijayan Thapar,
young officer Vijan Thapar, young officers
Captain
like
Hanifuddin in
Acharya.
Batalic sector.
You
Captain
just name,
Hanifuddin.
it's an endless list. Suffice to say that 26 officers we lost, 26 officers, 21 JCO and 452 other ranks in this war. And mind you, sir, 66 officers were wounded and 61 JCOs and 1,085 were wounded Juan,
What?
OR, we call soldiers. Imagine the ratio, 92 officers, both who gave their lives and who were wounded.
Got wounded.
92. See the ratio. And I say, sir, in the end, I salute to those who gave their lives. I salute to those who sacrificed their lives. I salute to their parents who gave their sons, जिन्होंने अपना अपना जान वार दी. और I salute to those sisters who gave their brothers, and I especially salute to those Veer Naris who gave their sohag to our nation, who gave their today for our tomorrow. Jai Hind, sir. Anything,
Sir,
anyone who
sir,
wants to know,
thank you very
I
much, sir. Thank you very much. Now, just since most of my audience is young, dynamic defense aspirants, men and women both, सर कोई लीडरशिप के बारे में बताएं सर. एज एन ऑफिसर एसएसबी में कैसे क्लियर करना है, क्या क्वालिटीज होनी चाहिए, क्या एबिलिटीज होनी चाहिए, क्या एटीट्यूड होना चाहिए इंडियन आर्मी में, इंडियन आर्म फोर्सेस में ऑफिसर बनने के लिए. अब आप हिंदी में बोले, जैसे आपके व्यूज क्या है?
जैसे मैं समझता हूं कि एक ही चीज होनी बहुत जरूरी है कि आपका पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड हो.
यस.
चाहे वो चीज हो, कुछ भी हो, थिंक पॉजिटिवली. अगर आपको आता है कि सेंटेंस बनाओ स्नेक पे, आप बोलते हो कि स्नेक मार देगा, वॉर में डिस्ट्रक्शन होती है, वॉर पे बी पॉजिटिव, सी एवरीथिंग दैट यू पॉजिटिवली यू सी, दैट इज वन थिंग जो कि आप में, जो कि एसएसपी में जो अपील कर रहे हैं. और मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि आर्मी लाइफ जो है वो आप सब जाते हो, यंगस्टर्स आजकल यंग जनरेशन में बड़े एवेन्यूज हैं. हमारे टाइम पे तो चलो ठीक है, डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर और आर्मी अफसर बन गए, बट अभी बहुत एवेन्यूज हैं. बट प्रॉब्लम है कि पीपल आर स्केर्ड ऑफ ज्वाइनिंग आर्मी फॉर टू थिंग्स: हार्ड लाइफ, लेस पे, एंड फियर ऑफ डेथ. मैं सिर्फ फियर ऑफ डेथ के आपके सामने बैठा हूँ, ट्वाइस डिक्लेयर्ड डेड विद सो मेनी स्टिचेस. आज मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ, वो तो जगह लिखा है, टाइम लिखा है भाई. वो तो शोले का वो डायलॉग होता है कि जो डर गया समझो मर गया. अभी कभी भी नेवर नेवर. एंड जस्ट सी, ज्वाइन आर्मी. Army will give you everything. You are paying for your bungee jumping, you pay for your paradiving, you pay for your scuba diving, you're paying for your trekking. Here you get everything free. You are adventure sports. You become adventurous. You live your life like a soldier. You live your life as a life should be, a pure life of a soldier, and dedicate to your nation. I think so. वो कुछ नहीं आपको स्टॉप कर सकता. आप बिल्कुल पॉजिटिवली सोचिए, आप थोड़ा सा अपने आप को रखें कायम, and nothing can stop you. If you take your word that you will join army, nothing can stop you. I left Sher school. I had to join army, again joined to a short service commission, but became, here I am sitting in front of you, ठीक है, as brigadier, but got my things. It only gets that दृढ़ निश्चय, you have to resolve that and take that resolve. I think so, कोई इसमें कोई आपको रोक नहीं कर सकता अगर आप दृढ़ निश्चय कर लें.
अगर जिगर है और पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड है, तो डिफेंस फोर्सेस स्पेशली आर्मी से बढ़िया कोई जगह है ही नहीं.
उससे बढ़िया कोई चीज ही नहीं. टू माय माइंड मैं तो यही कहूंगा कि जो मैंने तो बहुत क्लोजली देखी है, तो ये आपके सामने वो सोल्जर बैठा है जो कि 48 टांकों में ज्यादा अपने आप के फख्र महसूस करता है अपने मेडल्स की या अपने गैलेंट्री अवार्ड की. आई थिंक सो आई एम मोर प्राउड ऑफ माय 48 स्टिचेस देन माय गैलेंट्री अवार्ड एंड माय मेडल्स. दैट इज व्हाट लाइफ इज. दैट शुड बी द लाइफ.
Very inspiring, sir. Very, very inspiring, and I'm touched listening to you. Maybe we will find more occasions to discuss certain other aspects. But thank you for sparing your time, sir. Thank you for sparing your time and talking so candidly, sir, of 71 war and taking us from East Pakistan to Tiger Hill. And what a privilege, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind to everyone, sir. Thank you.
Jai Hind, sir.